Shalom, Yasharala. I'll start out by giving infinite honors to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and greetings to you sincere brothers. The Most High through the Spirit put the Spirit on Elder Tahar to tell us to flood this internet with this truth, man. He told us to do 3 videos a week, but man, you got brothers doing a video a day, 7 a week, and more than that, sometimes 2 and 3 a day. So I mean, when the Most High put the Spirit on Elder Tahar to do that, man, it was all in the same spirit that Yahweh Shai commanded Peter, man, and we in those Book of Acts again spiritually, man. We just in modern times, but it's the same as in ancient times with the disciples, man, with the apostles, because our great King charged Paul, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. That's the same thing as us doing the works, man. Go teach my people Israel, man. Go teach my precious elect. Be a light to the Gentiles. He charged Paul with the same thing, you know. So when Elder Tahar commanded us to do these sit downs and push this truth, man, it's all set up through the Spirit, man. So, and it's another thing about doing these works. You make your calling and election sure. You don't do it grudgingly, and if you got children, ailments, man, the Most High deal with those that seek Him early. He answered the prayers of those that do His bidding and keep His commandments. You want your children delivered? You want to be delivered? I mean, you have prayers you want answered, man. You have to be a good and faithful servant, man. So with that, I'm gonna name this clip "Feed My Lambs" and go through some precepts. Show that we were commanded to do it, and it's not an option. I mean, it's a command. You're transgressing and you lollygagging and you're bullshit if you're not doing this. So I'm gonna start off with Acts 13, verse 47. Listen to this precept. For this, Salakia, where I'm at. For so have the Most High commanded us. It's a command. So you got to understand, from Genesis to Revelation, this is the book of the law. This is the book of commands. It's just not Exodus, Leviticus, and Deuteronomy, man. This whole book, the Psalms, one time Yahweh Shai called the Psalms your law. You know, the prophets, the letters of Paul have commandments in them. Yahweh Shai gave us new commandments. You know, so this whole book, he comes in the volume of the book, from Genesis to Revelation. This whole book is a commandment, man. All right? For so have the Most High commanded us, saying, I have set thee a light to the Gentiles. And that word light, we live in a dark, perverse world. We're supposed to be a light. We're supposed to shed light in this land of darkness. In the what does the Psalms call it? The valley of the shadow of death. We're supposed to be the light bearers. We're supposed to be the Luciferians, man. That word light is truth, wisdom, understanding, man. We're supposed to shed light to the Israelite foreigners. To be for salvation to the uttermost part of the earth. And we're supposed to be flooding this, the way the truth get flooded through the uttermost part of the earth with the 4 winds through north, east, south, and west, is through this internet. That's the engine the Most High used to flood this truth through the floodgates, man. So we supposed to flood this truth through the internet, literally, man. The Eurothermin. All right? And this is what we supposed to be teaching our fellow brothers and sisters, the hopeful elect. This is Leviticus chapter 10, verse 10. And that you may put a difference between holy and unholy. So we're supposed to be teaching them the Levitical laws, what the commandments, what to do and what not to do. We're supposed to be teaching them holy from profane, all right? Abominable from holy, and between clean and unclean. You see what I'm saying? The Most High say, I've raised up a nation of priests. So we're all priests. We're all Levitical priests, rocking in the office of Levitical priests in these last days, seconds, and times. All right, the Levitical priests held the Passover. Now we all doing that. All the tribes are doing that. All right, and that you may teach the children of Israel, that you may teach them, the children of Israel, all the statutes which the Most High have spoken to them by the hand of my prophet Moses. Okay, by the hand of Moses. So that's our lot. The Most High. You was looking on the internet one day, and the Most High put on your spirit to receive this truth, and you were fully persuaded. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're not doing this, because everybody can't be a prophet, you're supposed to be bringing the prophets drinks of water in the winter, bringing them hot cocoa from Starbucks. You're supposed to be giving them money. You're supposed to be yoked with them doing something. You're supposed to be yoked with them doing something. Okay? This is Psalms 51. This is the great King David, our big bro, our king. David is our king too. All right? I'm going to start at verse 10, 51 and 10. He asked the Most High to create in me a clean heart. He said, cleanse my mind, renew my mind, like Romans 12 and 2 say. Renew my mind. Let me be born again. My thinking process is fucked up in this flame, in this filth over here. He say, renew my mind. Give me your mind. The scriptures say that King David was a man after the Most High's own heart. We know that word heart in the Hebrew is la'av, which means your mind, your spirit. That's where your cognitivity comes from. That's where your consciousness comes from. Okay? And renew within me a right spirit. He said, put me in the right spirit. The only way you're in the right spirit, you're going to do the Most High if you're in the right spirit. If you have a clean, righteous spirit on you. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation. That lets you know he was prophesying because he was prophesying and he was in the spirit because when King David walked the earth, they weren't under submission to nobody. They were going around Israel and the neighboring country, the neighboring cities and towns conquering. They were conquering. When King David walked the earth in Jerusalem, you had the Jebusites in power. They were going around taking them niggas down, man. Conquering the Philistines, you know. They conquering the Edomites. So he wasn't praying, he was giving salvation, if anything. So that let you know he was prophesying in our day and time when he saw that he was going to be in captivity. And uphold me with the free spirit. Okay? Because you can't do these works grudgingly. All right? You can't do these works grudgingly. You got to be doing them like when those brothers got flogged. I think it was Peter and somebody got flogged. They rejoiced about it. And they was teaching in the name of Yahweh. Don't teach in that name. And they gave them like 40 lashes or something for teaching in Yahweh Shai's name. They took that beating with joy, you know. They say count it all joy when tribulation comes. So you got to be doing this willingly and happily, you know. This is where you on that plateau on the highway is when you know the Most High with you and you got that spirit on you, man. Because in this captivity, everything else when you go into the workplace and just in the society, you're going to just see abominations galore. All right? Then I would teach transgressors thy ways. See, David was in that spirit, man. He know in these last days we were going to have to teach our people. We was going to lose our nationality. We was going to lose our heritage. And we were going to have to be taught. All right? It's all building up the kingdom of heaven. Is teaching our people how to be kings and priests. And judges. That's building up the kingdom of heaven, man. And uphold me with the free spirit. See, it's all about getting that righteous spirit, being in the right spirit, man. Rocking out to the right vibration, man. I mean, you got people that know they have these breakdowns and knowledge, but they be having foul spirits on them in this truth, man. You know, so-called brothers. So it's all about being in the right spirit, man. All right? And get another precept. All right. This is John chapter 21. I'm going to start at verse 17. This is going to be the title of this clip. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, you lovest thou me? Now we're going to see what love is. This is what love is. Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest these things. I knowest that I love thee. And Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep, obey my command. That's what love is, keeping the commandments. Love is not this ooey gooey feeling, ooh, I love him. Nah, that's not love. The universal meaning of love, doing good deeds for a person, and I've known this person my whole life. I've grew to love this person. I mean, that's not biblical love. That kind of love can be broken. That kind of love can have you killed. The perfect meaning of love is the commandments. A brother can't love you if he transgressing his word. So you don't have to worry about a brother defrauding you, stabbing you in your back. You don't have to worry about a brother committing adultery with your wife because he's keeping the commandments. He's going to be perfect to you. It's going to be perfection. Now, in this lower state, in these chains of darkness, in this human condition, yes, we're prone to go off. The creation is prone to vanity. It's subject to vanity. Okay? So you might have a brother that step on your toes. You might have a brother that do something that offends. All right? But according to these commandments, if he's a man of the Lord and he does that, he's going to ask you for forgiveness. He's going to do things according to Matthew, the 18th chapter. All right? Even if he does transgress against you. And with Yahushua and the people at that time, we knew love. Your children love you when they obey you. Your children, when they disobey you, they don't love you. Love is obedience. Love is synonymous and synchronizes with the word obedience. That's love. And if you love Yahweh Shema Shai, say, I love them that love me. So what he means is, I love them that obey me. And those that seek me shall find me early. Those are the ones he loves. He don't love nobody around here going feed the poor, them niggas that are bum living under the bridge. That's not love. That bum that living under the bridge, if you come to give him these scriptures, if you come to give him this doctrine, he's going to tell you get the fuck out of his face. All he want is that food you giving him. Like those wicked motherfuckers when Yahushua was feeding them the fish and the loaves. Yahushua say, man, y'all come out here for the food, man. Like Ariella always say, from the Dallas camp, you chicken eating niggas, man. You come out here for the chicken, man. And the wine. You know, when us brothers, when we hook up, bro, we do it, we throw down, bro. We like with our camp, after camp, with like the days we hook up and fellowship, man, we throw down, man. There's gonna be a bunch of Hennessy out there. It's gonna be a bunch of Heineken. There's gonna be a bunch of meat on the grill. You know, a bunch of asparagus, potatoes. You know, we throw down. And a niggard is going to be a niggard at the table. A niggard is going to want to come along just for that. You know, we brotherly. If a brother need a bill or something, we take care of each other. You know, a niggard is going to want to be yoked to people because of that. But the Most High always flush them out. He always flush them out, bro. Ever since I've been in the truth, niggards get flushed out. They might stay a season. They might creep in unaware, but they always get found out and flushed out. They can't contain themselves. What the scriptures say, what does light have with darkness? What does the spirit of Belial have with Yahushua? They can't. A person of light, they just can't go hang with a bunch of wicked niggas. They can't. Your spirit be vexed. When I go to the barbershop, man, I can't stand. And when I go to the barbershop, I don't get a line. My barber know how to trim me up because niggas chop your shit up and shit. But yeah, when I go to the barbershop and you hear the barbershop conversations, man, that shit vex your spirit, man. When you get to talking about women, oh, I fucked that hoe in the ass. Man, she got a pussy in her mouth. Why you got to go where shit coming out of, man? Why are you glorifying it, man? But back on topic, I'm going to leave with this one. All right? This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1. The elders which are among you, I exhort. whom I am an elder, and a witness of the suffering of the anointed, Yahushua, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Listen, this is a commandment. This is Peter. He's commanding. He's writing this letter, and the people that's supposed to read this letter to all of the churches. They are supposed to keep this commandment. Feed the flock of the Most High. That's what was charged to him. Now he's charging it to those that are under him, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof. He said, be over them, man. Teach them the way. Teach them the way to walk. Not by consent, but willing, not by constraint. Not if you're doing it grudgingly and you don't want to do it. I mean, and the Most High, he's the Most High seeks out a man's mind. He know how we think, man. When you're doing it grudgingly, man, you're not gonna be rewarded for that. Oh, I gotta do it. Like how we go to work. We don't like going to work. You know, I'm out of work right now, but when we work, and I don't like going to work for Esau. You gotta make yourself get up. When you're there, you're riding the clock. Nah, that's not his truth. In fact, when we get in the spirit and we be in the truth, time flies. We'll be sitting there talking. Next thing you know, 2, 3, 4 hours pass. See, if the job was like that, we'll love work. Like when you have a job you love, it's not enough time. Chris Rock said that on one of his stand-ups. When you do a job that you love, you don't have enough time. But when you're doing something you don't like, if you're doing it with constraint, I mean, it's miserable. That's why light has no place of darkness. He said, but do it willingly, cheerfully. All right? Not for filthy lucre, not for money. Like modern day Christianity is all about the money. That's why these pastors doing it. But of a ready mind. You see what I'm saying? What David? David had the mind of the Most High. It got another scripture on the book of Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter say, we have the mind of Yahushua. That's that ready mind, man. Neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage. So you can't be over a brother treating him like you're a fucking drill sergeant, man. You deal with a brother like Yahushua dealt with the apostles, man. You deal with the brother like Peter dealt with the people in Asia Minor. Paul dealt with the people in Asia Minor, man. You know, you deal with the people how Elder Tahar deal with us. Those are ensamples. But ensamples to the flock. And I'm about to bring out that word ensample in the Greek. All right. All right. This is that word.
Strong's.
Man, what happened? About to bring it out. Salakia. This is that word ensample in the Greek.
Strong's G 5179. Tupos.
Tupos. And it's spelled typo, T-P-O-S. All right. Now let's see what it means. All right. I'm going to go down to, here goes a definition for it, the more accurate definition. Got a lot, but I'm going to bring out the one that's thorough. An example. In the technical sense, the pattern of conformity to which things must be made. We're their ensign. What King David asked the Most High? Let me be a light unto my feet. He said, be a light unto my feet and a lamp unto my path. That's what we're doing. You know, Yahushua, what Christians say, what will Yahushua do? He's that example. And that's what we're supposed to be doing for younger brothers. In the ethical sense, a dissuasive example, a pattern, a warning, we're supposed to be showing our people the light and the path to righteousness. Of ruinous events which serve as admissions and warnings to others. We're supposed to be showing them, look, when you fuck up, this will happen. You know? Now, the Most High is the power of mercy, but when you transgress His word, this can happen to you, bro. Or this is what the law say is supposed to be happening to you, you know? An example to be imitated of men worthy of imitation. So even with us, we have to have a self-analysis of ourselves. Am I worthy of imitation? When I'm around young brothers, is my walk upright? This is that word example, example. In 1 Peter 5:3, man, the rabbit hole gets deep, man. In a doctrinal sense, a person of thing figuring a future Messianic person or thing. And we supposed to do as Yahushua did, man. He came down here as a living sacrifice. He didn't come down here to fight carnally. He came down here to renew our minds, teach us how to be kings. That's what he came down to do, to teach us to be subjects in the kingdom of heaven, how to be governors in the planet Earth, man, how to be kings, priests, and holy men. That's what he came to teach us, man. And we supposed to teach, feed his lambs, feed his sheep, throughout the four winds, man. Teaching Israel, that precious elect that was predestined before a time, how to be how they used to be in ancient time past. Got to do better on my posture. So with that, I'm going to give infinite honors to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you, sincere Akim, Kwam Yasharala.